No, the chat is gonna be open.
Like, don't.
No, but like, no, oh my god. The thing that I shared on Discord is the only thing that will be visible.
Okay,
The
do it.
thing that I
Oh my
shared
god.
on Discord is the
Okay.
only thing that will be visible. Nothing else is visible.
Okay.
Okay, so three, two, one. Greetings,
Greetings,
everyone.
everyone.
So today we will be discussing about a major issue, which is
Child labor.
yes.
So this is very major issue around the world or worldwide, and we are going to be answering some question about it. And this is also our INS task or FA. And first, we'll start introducing ourselves. So my name is Divyansh Singh. I'm 11 years old, and I would love to know about child labor, and I think this task will be very interesting. And on to you, Ibrahim.
Okay, thank you, Divyansh. So my name is Ibrahim. I'm 11 years old, and I'm an MYP2C. So I'm also pretty excited about this podcast, and I think this task will be very interesting. And so, beginning with our first question that will be asked by our friend over here, Divyansh.
Okay, thank you. So, Ibrahim, what's your opinion upon what is child labor?
Okay, so child labor is like when children get robbed of their childhood by their parents or guardian, and they're forced to do work instead of do what they would do in their normal childhood,
Okay.
and they are not allowed to go to school, for example. Sorry about that. And when they are not allowed to do normal things, and all they will be able to do is work.
Right.
Okay, so now I will be asking you, Divyansh, our next question. So my question to you is, in how many children are involved in child labor?
All right, this might shock you, but there are over like 160 million children. The key details are like 160 million. Sorry, children are now working as children like worldwide. They're forced to being worked just to make money for the parents or themselves, and an increase of 8.4 million children in last 4 years. I think yes, and COVID-19 effects have like put an additional 9 million children at risk.
Yes. So thank you for that wonderful answer. So next question you will be asking me.
All right. So, Brian, your next question is why does it exist? Why does child labor exist?
Okay, so child labor exists mostly because their legal guardian or their parent needs money, but they want their child to also work for them. So, because the need of money would be high, and they are either not enough or not fit to work, then
Okay.
they would need to hire their child for them, basically. And the child would be working for their parent or guardian. And yes, so that is why labor happens.
All right. Thank you for the wonderful answer.
Yes. So okay, next question I have for you, Divyansh. Again, what is the ILO doing to combat child labor?
Okay. Ibrahim, I'm so sorry. You can cut this part. Cut this part, actually. The question is not ILO.
Then
My questions are. Oh my god, I close it up. My question. Oh no, where is my. No, 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 no. Cut this whole part, okay? Cut this whole
yeah,
part.
I'm cutting
Please
it.
cut this whole part. I have to do the change again and again. Why do I have to do it? Okay. My questions are where is it a problem? And you're asking, I have a question for you, I have a question for you, I have a question for you. This is like kind of interview. You'll be like, okay, Divyan, just tell me about this. It's like because it's a fact. Like you're asking kind of you're like having a conversation, not an interview. You see? Anyway, you'll get this part. Where were we actually? Where were we?
Next question. Just
Oh,
write your
wait,
question.
sorry.
Write your two questions in the chat. Write your two questions in the chat.
Okay, now you have to start with. Okay, I have one more question for you. Nahin, nahin. You
Write.
say I say
Can you elaborate on?
Yeah. No, not elaborate. It means
Huh.
like I answer the question and then I have to say
Yeah.
more about it.
Can you
And I just when we start 3 to 1, like you'll get this whole part. You'll say, okay, I would like to know that where and why is it started? Like why is it a problem? Okay, I sent the one question in the chat. I sent you the
isn't
other
there
one.
one more?
Wait, who is most affected by child labor?
Send the next after this also, na?
Most affected. Okay, this is look. You can ask and ask any of these questions and
Who is
one more.
moderate? Who's moderate affected by child labor?
How many children are involved? Done. These are the questions.
How many one is done? Okay.
Who is most? Like it's hard. It's most.
Okay. For me, only the economy thing question is done, remaining, right?
Wait. What's your question?
The third question, second question.
Your question is in which sector of economy does child labor exist?
Why does it exist and what is child labor is done, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So should I start now?
All right. You have to start. Okay. Can you tell me about why is it why? Nahi. How many? Nahi. Who is most affected by child labor? Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Nahi, wait. I got approved. Just cut this whole part. Try to cut this whole part. Okay, be ready. You ready? Stop making those sounds. Stop. Arey bhai, it will be much harder to edit now. Just do it. Okay. I have to say now. I would like to also know that how many children are named. Who is the most affected by child labor? Okay.
Okay. 3, 2. Wait. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So Divyansh, can you tell me who is most affected by child labor?
Alright, that's a good question. So Africa, Sub-Saharan, that's a place in Africa, has the highest percentage of child labor. It's around 26% of children aged 5 to 17. In stark contrast, it might be like it is 7% of children in this age bracket are working in potentially dangerous jobs in Latin America and even Caribbean. Okay, so Ibrahim, I also have one more question for you. In which sector do you think that of economy does child labor exist?
Oh, okay, that is a wonderful question. So, yeah, the three main sectors of the economy are primary, secondary, and territory. So, of course, they get affected in these areas the most because manufacturing, as in for companies, they need manufacturing, and that happens through handmade things, and those hand makers would be children, and children, child labor. There you go. And in the most areas economically would be in like LEDC and rural areas in general, right? Because they are less developed, so they have less machinery to do their work to them and do their production for them, and they can't use machinery. They still have to use handmade products, and who are the handmakers again? Children. That's why they are forced to work.
Okay, I would like to add something to your point.
Sure.
So I think that it includes like I'll only give you examples. That it includes cotton, and even rice fields, and like most of the agricultural industries, and I think they also employ like the vast majority of children worldwide. I don't know what's the percent, but I think that's it.
Yes. Wonderful point. Okay, so that is it, and thank you for a small.
Wait. Cut this part. Yeah. There's one more question left for me.
Oh, okay.
And I just say, why is it a problem?
Okay, so thank you, Divyansh. So next question, I have last question for you and for us. So, why is child labor a problem?
Okay, so there are many reasons for that because children contribute in labor and even exploitation, and such as their example like for poverty, social norms that support it, and even a lack of chances for adults or the parents or the teenagers, sorry, to find decent work, and even migration and emergencies. So these elements or examples not only contribute to social injustice, they are like aggravated by discrimination, but they're also a result of them.
Okay, so thank you for that
Thank
wonderful
you.
question. And we would like to wrap up our podcast. So that is it from our side. This has been Ibrahim and Divyang's podcast. And we have cut. Okay, so it says we have to tell credits. What do we say?
Yeah, like so. Thank you for what I'll say that. Thank you for watching our podcast, like
And
podcast.
listen, is this good? I was thinking we can say like, so after watching this podcast, we have two questions for you.
Podcast, nahi podcast.
Podcast. Nya, nya, nya. I'll be like, okay, so after watching this podcast, a podcast, we would like to ask two questions from our side. What is child labor? And then you ask another question that you did.
Uh, where and why is it a problem?
No. I don't know. Let's just do. What did you learn from our podcast, and what can we improve on? Should we do this as a reflection that they can give, like a quote unquote reflection?
Yeah, and then I can say, so I think that's it, Ibrahim. I think this is the end of our podcast, and thank you for watching our podcast. And I think I would like to give credits to our research skills. Of course, we researched a lot on child labor and even our teamwork. It's not teamwork, but our discussion and collaboration did make this podcast a very, very. What I do? Like, what should I? What should I say? Like, our collaboration and teamwork and our discussion made this podcast very
How
interesting.
collaboration and teamwork? You mean collaboration and pair work? Not even pair.
Anyway,
Did it
I'll
even
handle the thing. Okay. Wait.
I'll ask the questions then.
Okay.
Okay. No. I will say. Ibrahim would like to say something. You could say.
Okay, I'll say now.
Yeah, after saying the outro. No, I should say and then you say the after saying questions and then you should say outro or what? No, I'll say after you. I'll say after you.
Okay.
And we'll say thank you together. When I will say, that's it. That's it, folks. When I say that's it, folks, get ready to say thank you. Okay, like this.
You can cut that part now. We'll be like 3, 2, 1, and thank you.
No.
Okay.
We'll do this, but if it goes wrong, then we can do the cut thing, okay? But when I say that's it, folks, then you will say thank you. Thank you like this only. Thank you, okay?
Okay.
Thank
Ready?
you. Say it one time.
Thank you.
No, like thank you.
That's too good. We had a business.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Yeah.
Abe?
I thought you would say like 3.
Okay,
2.
so that's
They
all.
say that's it.
So that's
it.
all, folks.
Thank
you. Okay.
Okay,
3,
I'll say.
2. You will start with what? You will
Outro.
start with the end part. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So I think you just gave us a wonderful answer, and I think
Thank you.
because that was the last question, you would like to wrap us up.
Yeah, sure. So the credits we'll give to our researching skills because we have researched a lot on child labor, and we really enjoyed this task or the FA. And we will also give credits to our collaboration and a discussion that we made together, and we learned a lot about child labor and why is it how is it affecting the world right now. And I think Ibrahim wants to add something.
Yes, thank you, Divyansh. So I would like to ask everyone that has watched this podcast. So, what 2 questions from our side? What is child labor, and what did you take away from this podcast?
Yeah.
That's all from our side. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
Okay, I messed up. I meant to say that's all from our side, and then I was like, oh shit. And then I said thank you, folks, and then he was like, okay, he'll say thank you. Okay, so it's done. Divyansh, you were recording, right? You were recording, right?
No, I was not.
I did record.
Ah, you're joking. Of course you did. Huh.